Batman, the Telltale series. It's a good game. Kind of waited till I played The Enemy Within as well, because I wanted to get kind of the whole thing instead of separating it. I started episode 1 long time ago. I think it was like a free episode, which is weird, but I was like, oh cool. I like Telltale enough. Played Walking Dead years ago. And some recently. Wolf Among Us. I still want to try Jurassic Park and Game of Thrones, whatever else is out there. So hey, Batman's entertaining. It's like the movies. It just totally makes sense. The whole licensing. It was different than what I'm used to. I guess everything they do is a little different. Like The Walking Dead is obviously their best one. There's more of it. I think they put more into it too, really. And Wolf Among Us was kind of this. Like each game has kind of their own thing. Like Wolf was kind of, I don't know, Vampire Masquerade vibes. Like you're really in the city and all these things. This one was definitely nicer to look at, I think. And it's Batman, so it's more refined, it's more sharp. Like, I'm really not into the cell shading thing, but it was good. Everything was there. The music. I think licensed games can be fun, even if they're bad. just a way to get closer to the series and franchises you like. Yeah, I don't know. Season 1 was definitely, I want to say better. Although I went back and played a little bit of it recently. And, dude, the gameplay is, the QTEs are so unforgiving. You don't get nearly as many slowdowns as, like in 2, it was so much easier. They actually gave you time to like properly do everything. And I just played a little bit of The Walking Dead recently, and there's actually a section I'm stuck at. It's like the first episode in the final season. And I've played Michonne, I've played season 1 years ago on the PS3, I played season 2, 3, and all of a sudden all these other Telltale games, all of it, the Dark Anthology games, the Quarry, Until Dawn, and all of a sudden this one part on this one episode of this one season of this one game that Telltale does, I'm just completely stuck. I tried a while ago, and then I came back recently. I couldn't do it. So I just skipped to episode 2. I guess for now, I don't get you have no time to button mash. It's this part where all these zombies come in, you have to kill them, and so basically, especially season 2 of Batman specifically, it's a lot better gameplay. It looks a little better. It's like even season 1 was really glitchy and buggy. Like all these weird texture issues. Season 2 was there was only one part. It was in a car. And I don't know if it was intentional or not. It didn't seem like it, but you couldn't see outside of the car. I just thought they were being lazy or trying to save money or cutting corners, or I just think it was a bug. Yeah, even season 2 or 1, I went back into that recently. The first 15 minutes, there's like weird textures. You guys have one job. We're pressing buttons, we can barely move around. It's all cutscenes, you couldn't even handle that. I could be a port thing too. Like, why would PlayStation be any different than anything else? So, I don't know. I can't really talk for Xbox or Switch or PC or whatever. Yeah, not like it was a big deal. It wasn't game breaking, but yeah, season 1 and 2 are like night and day because those QTEs are pretty gnarly. And it's weird, there's one point where I didn't even try to click anything. I was like doing something else or whatever, and he did most of the moves for you. Or this is just an example from season 1. Like, you didn't even have to press the buttons, but it didn't build up your like bat meter or whatever. So I'm not even sure if you have to press them all the time, but obviously that's kind of the point, right? Or there's gonna be times where you have to, or else you're gonna die. It's pretty gnarly. I guess it's just kind of hit and miss with their games. It's like, yeah, some of them work good, some of them don't. Whether it's the QTE, the quality of life, the graphics. I guess other than the technical stuff, I mean, it was Batman through and through. Harley was hot. Batman sounded like Batman. I mean, it's half the reason why I think people play and watch Batman is just because his voice is always kind of this ASMR. I'm Batman. You know, especially the animation. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to it. It's just more Batman. It's the same thing over and over and over. Bruce's dad dies, blah blah blah. His mom, they got shot in an alleyway, and Joker, and blah blah. Bane, Riddler, the same bad guys over and over. Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, Selina Kyle, Harvey Dent, Two-Face. I don't remember if Poison Ivy was in this. Obviously, they're not going to put like everyone in there, but they put a lot. No Robin, which is fine. No Nightwing. God, there's so many. I don't think the Scarecrow was in it. God, what else is there? But, you know, the general basic stuff. Yeah, the Penguin. Yeah, it's just nice, because even though this is just the Telltale series, it's just one of the many games that they do. It's not the Arkham games, which are the more popular choice, really. One reason why I was drawn to this game is because versus Arkham is because I haven't even played the Arkham games. I'm planning on it, but I got like all 3 of them in a bundle. But I didn't really like. I don't like superhero games. I'm getting more open to them now, but I don't like the whole brawler. You're just some guy in a suit beating up guys all day. I'm really not into like the detective stuff, which is funny because DC, Detective Comics. I don't know, I like to watch superhero stuff. I don't like to play them. But that's what was nice about Telltale was it was literally kind of a combination of the two, and I thought that could have been pretty nice. It is nice too, you get to sit back and chill and relax and kind of just watch. And the story is good, it does escalate, it does get better. It starts slow, but what's nice about it is just being able to connect it to something else at all. It's not too much of an original thing, an original game that you're just kind of having to figure out for the first time and learn about, and it's like, you can take it or leave it. At least this was like, dude, the Nolan movies, Batman and Robin, the animated movies, there's just so much to connect it to. Watching other people play Arkham. Yeah, Suicide Squad even you got in there, and Yeah, it's just kind of fun to like connect it all. Suicide Squad movies. I even got the game in my backlog. Yeah, one thing I kind of look past is because I don't like superhero games, but at the same time, it's like, hey, they are licensed. Eventually gonna get Marvel Midnight Suns. I guess whatever else I'm kind of missing, basically. What else was there? Gotham Knights. I want to get that too. Yeah, I'm not like too worried about it, especially like if the price is right, if they're on sale, discount. Spider-Man. But I don't know, it's just something to play. This is kind of where I'm at with my games right now, and what's all left, and what's left to play. What do I have? What do I not have? It's an option, but still not crazy about it. Cutscenes are good.
I'll clear a path. Wait for my signal.
Give him hell. We're counting on you.
Yeah. The only other superhero game I was somewhat into was Injustice 1 and 2. And that was kind of the closest I've got to playing any kind of superhero stuff. Because it really is, there's so much of it, it's a genre all of its own. Like, those are mostly for the fans, right? Those are mostly for someone who just eats that kind of stuff up. They read all the comics, they collect everything. It's just not me. It's an entertaining thing to watch, but beyond that, I was kind of more into anime, if anything, if we're talking like comic style type things, right? And I don't even read manga. I'm not super into the comic-y stuff, like Spawn. I like Spawn, but I don't like, I know The Walking Dead is like originally a comic, but I'm more into the show. The games are kind of mid. Well, the Telltale ones are good, but all the other ones. Yeah, I know Hellboy has a comic too, but I mostly just like it because the movies. I mean, you could throw Constantine in there, Blade, whatever. I like the Blade movies. Do I like the... Can't wait for the Blade game. Do I like the comics and all that? No. So, yeah, I just have a weird soft spot for this stuff. Like, hey, I've watched Iron Man, like all the Marvel, DC stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's good, I like it. I like DC especially because it's dark. That's why it's kind of even... I like Batman enough to even at least watch the Arkham games, let alone play them. Because I do like the dark theme, very gothic. Kind of grew up with Batman, but I never got too close to it. I like Spider-Man, I like X-Men, I like all these other things, Teen Titans. I'm not even gonna bother separating. They're all superheroes. Doesn't really matter, but definitely do prefer DC though. Aquaman. Yeah, I don't know. The Hawkeye show is good. I don't mind Captain America. Miss Marvel. Or Captain Marvel, I don't know. Freaking... I guess Wanda's okay. I like the Avengers, obviously. That's another game I'm probably gonna at least try at one point, even though I'm not crazy about it. Guardians of the Galaxy as well. I like them. I don't know, there's way too many. Logan, Wolverine, blah blah blah. But yeah, there's something special about Batman though, because you don't get a lot of dark superheroes, so The only other ones like that are Constantine, Blade, which is weird to even put Constantine in there, and Blade, but here we are. I guess Venom, you could put him in there. But yeah, just very casual fan, nothing crazy. But I don't know, these games, they were good, but my issue is I'm just not into it enough. The idea and the concept and the sound of like, oh, Batman and Telltale cutscenes, some QTs, fine. It sounded good at first, but then as it kind of dragged on, I was like, eh. I've just seen it a billion times, so it's nothing really new to me. It's nothing. So yeah, it's just more Batman. It's just another way to see what you've already seen 100 times. Which isn't a bad thing. It's like, hey, more context, more world building, more character development. You might find out something you didn't know before. So, yeah, between Telltales and then Batman, it's definitely not terrible. But I'm definitely not like biased either, so I'm not gonna really sit here and be like, oh my god, I love Batman and blah blah. I just can't do that. But and I don't know, I think you really have to be into that stuff to care, or else you're just sitting there for hours like just kind of passively playing and there's no real connection there, relation. Like The Wolf Among Us was original enough in Clementine's voice where it was bearable. But then and The Walking Dead was good enough where, like, obviously the show is so good and Clementine and Lee, but even an issue the Walking Dead had was it was very much its own kind of side story, spin-off type thing. It's not, has nothing to do with the characters we know and love, and I kind of hate when licensed things do that. Like, they kind of do this other thing that has nothing to do with what we're more familiar of. Like, yes, the world is there, all this and that, the things that make up what it is, the formula, but I'd just rather connect to the characters, man, is 100%. You can have this world and all this color schemes, art style, all these things that go into these projects that make up what they are, but if you don't have the characters, it's just kind of weird. Hogwarts is a great example of that. Hogwarts Legacy. It's like, hey, this is in the world of Harry Potter, but there's no Harry Potter. So it's kind of like just this empty, hollow, shallow. There's nothing to ground you or grasp you or hook you to kind of just really keep your attention. Thankfully with this, the source material was all there. Bruce Wayne, Alfred, the whole deal. And obviously that's the only way it can be done because that's how it's been done for so long, and that's just part of the deal. But when you only compare the other two Telltale games I've played, very big difference there. So yes, I don't like Batman, but the fact that they kept true to its stuff, that's kind of where it really landed. And I assume in Game of Thrones, only thing I know about that is Jon Snow's in there. That's good. Jurassic Park, I'm not... I have what little I've seen of that, I saw like the whole game movie, like all the cutscenes, but I'm not sure if many of those characters are from the movies or not. Gameplay is good. But yeah, there's also like Batman Ninja to kind of consider. Like, it's nice because you can dive into something familiar but unfamiliar It's familiar as in the setting and the characters and the style of the game, but it is this kind of other. It is still like its own separate thing, which is nice. It's just a really weird mix of like, I'm kind of over it type thing, but like I'm intrigued, I'm still here, I'm watching, I'm going along for the ride type thing. Because you want to see it through, you want to see how it ends, you want to see where it goes, but I don't know. And another issue I have with these games, not just Batman, well, I'd say probably more with Batman, really, depending, but God, the frickin' drama, dude. Holy shit. One minute, I don't know why I used to like these games. It's different back in the day, like PS3, like these games haven't aged very well. You know, now we get like Dark Anthology, like much more kind of movie appropriate cinematic type games. I just can't take it seriously with the cell shading. It still looks good, it's still nice, but like Harley looks hot and Bloody Mary and Wolf Among Us is hot. If that helps. But like the freaking drama, man, it's like you're someone's best friend 1 minute, then they hate you, then they don't, then they do. You gotta spend all this one-on-one time with everyone, and I like the mind games. I like the fact that it challenges you and like who are you as a person and the decisions you make, the choices. That's its whole thing. It's not so much everything else. The licensed stuff is just kind of a cherry on top, but that's the only way people are going to be interested in games like this is because of the fact that it's leaning on the whole license thing, but that's beside the point. But it's just kind of agitating, man, because it's like, God, you're constantly the middleman. No matter what you do or say, someone's going to hate you, someone's not going to like you. You can't win. So it's like, why am I bothering, you know? Walking Dead's just as guilty of it. The Wolf Among Us. I imagine Jurassic Park and Game of Thrones is the same thing. Whatever else they got out there. It's just kind of agitating because it's like, dude, give me a fucking break, man. I feel like I'm pretty good at decision making and the things that I say and how to progress the story. I play other games too. It's nothing new. It's nothing uncommon. But with this game, it can just be so easy to like. And then between the QTEs and then the decision making, you get like 5 fucking seconds. It's just annoying. Like, you can't put the controller down, you can't take a break, you can't stretch, you can't do anything, you can't look away for 2 seconds without making some sort of mistake or not saying something, which is, if you don't say anything and you're lazy, you're not getting any content out of it. You're missing all the dialogue, all the voice lines, the things that would have happened otherwise. And this kind of branching thing. So yeah, I don't know, it was rough between season 1 and 2. I didn't play them back to back or anything, but like I spaced it out quite a bit, only because I can only take so much at one time. I get really sick of things easily, but yeah. So it's one of those games that's kind of overbearing mentally, like I think I'm a good person. I think I do the good guy playthrough, and you really get to put your judgment and choices and decision-making skills in there, and your morals, your standards, your boundaries, what would you do? What would your character do? What would you and your character do? And who are they, and how well do you get to know them? But obviously we've gotten to know Bruce Wayne for so long that this was so much more easier to kind of... But I constantly had to tackle it back and forth. Like, at some point you just gotta stick to whatever... You gotta choose. Either are you gonna just do this role-playing Batman thing, or are you gonna do your own thing? What would I say? What would I do? And sometimes I kind of had to like go back and forth, but for the most part, I just stuck to whatever I would do that just made the most sense. There's one mistake I made towards the end, and I really regretted it. I was like, God damn it, man. That's the first time, I think, playing any Walking Dead game that my heart kind of sank. I was like, fuck. They got me, dude. And that's their whole thing, is to try to constantly keep you engaged and like, oh my god. Keep it very episodic, TV show, draw it out, very diluted, very watered down, tacky, corny. But this one thing, man, I swear to God, which I didn't fully regret because I kind of wanted to see that outcome anyway, and I know how these things play out, and it's just inevitable, and like Batman as a whole is just so predictable. At least with The Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us, you know, one thing I can give those games more credit for, more or less, or whatever, is it was kind of this fresh start and like new beginning, all those things. With Batman, it was like, shit, what do I do? What do I say? What? It's kind of just stressful. Made me anxious. So I was like, well, I don't really care what happens, but I do at the same time. Like, if someone dies or they don't die, fine. You don't know what's scripted, what's not. Every little single outcome. I'm not gonna bother to be playing these games multiple times. For me, they're definitely a one and done thing. Like, that's it. Which is funny because the only reason why I got back into this game now was just so I could make some more room for other games, but was I in the mood to play Batman? Not necessarily. I think it does have to be one of those things where, like, hey, I'm tired of playing 3D games, or I'm just busting my ass all day doing this and that, yada yada. Sometimes you kind of just need to, like, chill for a minute, sit back, get cozy, just kind of watch. And that's the only real thing I can give these games, and that's its downfall. It's a double-edged sword, is that you're not really doing much, but like what you are doing, that's what matters, and it gives you the chance. If I could just play games or I could just watch cutscenes all day, that'd be awesome. Because it's kind of exhausting. I mean, there's visual novels, but I don't want to read all day either, right? So you're kind of screwed there. There's really no great way to kind of handle that kind of thing. I guess unless it's like a live action game. Like those weird games that have, like real footage in it. Which usually tends to be something similar to this, where you're just kind of clicking on stuff and, you know. Those games are weird. What the heck was the genre for those? I don't think it was live action. Is, I don't know the word. There's like a word for it, but yeah, I don't know. It's more or less of the whatever some, and it's gonna depend on the person too. Like, how far back do they go with Batman? What do they know about Batman? Are they playing this just because they like Telltale games? Are they playing this because they like Batman? Both. But just as a game in general and something different, and it's definitely worth the play, for sure. But it's gonna have to be justified within your own reasons to even invest in not only getting the game and downloading it and storing it and purchasing it, but like just, are you willing to sit through hours? Thankfully, they're not too long. I think the first season, every episode was like a couple hours. Was there like 6 episodes, and then season 2, I think there was less episodes, but they might have been longer, shorter. It's like you're not sacrificing a whole lot. One sitting would be great. It's just kind of a really long interactive movie at that point. But yeah, there's definitely, I think, better games to play. It's funny because you get games where you play more, you're doing stuff, but you get way better cutscenes too, but just a lot shorter. Where there's actually good graphics and realism and detail, and I'm just more into that stuff, so I just always thought the cell shading thing was kind of lazy. I didn't even really get to do anything on The Walking Dead because I'm stuck on that one part. I want to finish everything first, and like even right now I'm just gonna try to finish up the last chapter and maybe replay season 1. Yeah. And then I did Wolf Among Us, but sad I can't do Walking Dead because I prefer that. That's kind of their main thing, their main source, but I'm just having issues with it. Yeah, this was like nice and sweet and short. I do like their humor. Like they're always crossing their arms. I don't know, they're funny. It's so serious, but they still have that comedic relief in a weird way. I like these games. I don't know what happened to Telltale. They're still making games, or they just die out? What happened? Is there just nothing left to make anymore? Yeah, I don't know. Batman.